Nadine Bartman has been living on the street for most of her life, running away from abusive parents and boyfriends. She was addicted to drugs, suffered from TB, and is raising a baby. Living at Jarman Hall gave her new hope and purpose, but the sky is darkening again.
I cannot go back to the streets. I've had TB 5 times. If I go back, I know I'm going to die. I fear for my child because I don't want her growing up without me. Since I've been here, the people here really took me under their wing. They helped me turn my life around. I'm not so reckless anymore and I'm done with drugs. If I go back, I'm scared I'm going to turn into that person again.
The Department of Social Development wants to move these occupants to a permanent shelter, but the chosen shelter only admits adults at a fee of 30 Rand per night.
I've got no problem moving out of here, but I also want to know as the rest of the people, where do we go from here? And if we go from here, where we are going. And just make a point, I came from the mess 2 times. To me, going back to the mess, it's a no-go. Going back to the street, it's no option. I detected TB, and if I go to the street right now, I'm sure I'm gonna die.
I will not go to MES. I'm very sorry. What I've heard and what people have told me that I stayed there, I will never go there with myself. And worse, why can I not live here with my children? I'm not giving up my children to nobody. Kim, this is something that I'm not going to stand for. I'm not signing over my children to anyone. I gave birth to them. I have been looking after them since birth, and I will still look after them.
The department says it is doing its best to accommodate everyone.
There's a little bit of inconvenience now for residents of the area specifically. The residents of the area, because that's a community hall. You know, they hold meetings there, they have funeral services there, they have weddings there, they have government services. When we send government services to that area, we used to use that hall, but in most instances now, whoever was going there have to organize a tent, and that costs money. So you can imagine some of the services now that they would have got quite easily. It's a bit of a complicated situation. So there's a strain a bit from our side, but however, we are still housing them, and we as a caring municipality, we understand we cannot just throw them out.
Jarman Hall, like many other temporary shelters, is owned by the municipality. The Memorandum of Understanding between Social Development and the municipality was concluded through intergovernmental relations during the pandemic.
We have been persuading those still remaining and not wanting to go back to their available and identified families to join permanent shelters like MES in Coston. Our social workers have been prioritizing conflict resolution as another measure in order to reunify the destitute with their families. For vulnerable women and children facing abuse, again, our professional social workers have availed our White Door Centers of Hope that are based in communities as a halfway house while we are busy with other forms of interventions.
The Metro says it is looking at all possibilities, even moving people to service sites with subsidized houses. Kim Daniels, SABC News, Gqeberha.